someone recognizes the change in you, okay? And this could be anybody. It could be an ex, or it could be a friend, a family member. But someone recognizes the change in you. It does actually feel like multiple people, though, okay? And this is how they feel about you. Good day, good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome to Milk Honey Rose. I am Mystic Alchemy. Thank you for being here. Okay. So these people, because I feel like it's multiple people. I don't feel like it's just one. They really see a change in you, and they didn't know if you would ever get to this point, because it was a time where you were different. You cared a little too much, and that might sound crazy, but you didn't have any protection over yourself when you was caring so much about people who don't care. And once you realized this, you changed. You transformed into a more refined version of yourself, a version of yourself that is more protective and aware of what is true. You no longer make excuses for people. You no longer are so quick to give people the benefit of the doubt. You really focus on taking the truth for what it is that you see right then and there, instead of trying to like beat around the bush and go around it to make adjustments to accommodate someone who doesn't necessarily need any accommodations. I mean, of course, anybody would like accommodations. It doesn't mean that they deserve to have them, though. So it's like this energy that you were in before, where you just wanted to give so many chances, chance after chance after chance. And it was like, what is this that I'm doing? You were finally able to recognize that this is not right. I don't know. It's like you questioned yourself. Like, I don't know why I keep giving all these chances to individuals that keep squandering their chance. Like, they're not even caring as much as I am. And that was the problem right there. You caring too much. When you care too much, you put yourself in a very vulnerable state, a state to be misused, because it's unfortunate, but there's this little something inside of humans that can make many humans malfunction. They end up not working in a way of humanity. It's like they choose otherwise when the option is available, because that option allows them to have more freedom to do as they please and disregard anyone else's feelings to uphold their own. But it's not ethical. It's kind of like it's a thing inside of many people that if you allow them to, they will, regardless of anything. And then if you allow them to, then the respect is gone. So a human is more likely to check you and see how you behave and then treat you accordingly, instead of trying to assist you along the way. But like, you know what, that's what you do. I see what you're doing, and it's not really beneficial to you, not unless this is someone who you truly call a friend. And people who are really friends would have a love for you to set you on the right track. Okay, but if it's someone who is like a potential partner in a relationship, they're just going to observe you and see what you do, and then if you don't move right, they're going to move accordingly. Okay, this is something that you recognized. There's a pattern in people in how they respond to certain behavior. And once they perceive you as someone who is weak and someone who has no backbone, respect is lost. There's not so much room for course correction, because those who see you as food that they can eat, they gonna eat you up, and not in a good way. So once you recognize that, that's when you ultimately shifted into the most refined version of yourself, and you've met your higher self. It just took a lot of experience with people who you've encountered in relationships in like a lower level frequency. Mind you, it's not just romantic partners that could respond and react this way. It could really be anybody who's in a lower frequency that feels like they can get over on someone who's in a higher, more lighthearted frequency that is out of, how can I say, I wanted to say out of bounds, but it's like someone who has a really high frequency that excuse me, I just stuttered, that hasn't figured out how to set boundaries. That is a really big problem for people that just function from their heart space only, because they don't use logic and everything. They look at it from a perspective of love, but it's just that not everyone deserves all of that love, because they'll abuse it. Okay, this is what you this is what you recognize that has definitely changed your course of thinking, because that is not the life you want to live. So you had to teach yourself to set boundaries, because if you don't, the only one that really suffers consequence from that is you. So this is the message, and you've learned so much from these experiences that now things have changed, and you've just become so much more attractive, even to those who did find you as someone who could be ran all over and walked all over like a doormat. You're even more attractive to them because they see that you not only believe in oneself, but you exude self-respect. So when you know your worth and you understand your value, there's a lot that you are not going to tolerate. You will not accept it, and you will not shy away from that stance, because you understand that you are one to show love, and if someone doesn't know how to give it back, they gotta go. Simple. Okay? So that's it for this message. If you deem this energy as resonant and suitable to walk with you and remain with you on your spiritual journey, drop it down in the comments below. I declare this is an aspect of my love. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you feel in my vibe, especially if this message does resonate with you. To book out the conversation, you can by visiting www.milkhoneyrose.org. Also, you can join the membership here on YouTube to gain access to additional content. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.